Hey everybody. Okay, I am kidless for a little while, so I thought I could hurry and hop on here and play with some makeup. But first, see these sunglasses? If you're on Instagram, I'm sure you've seen them all over the place. And if you're like me, you thought they were cute, and so you decided to buy them. But everybody that I've seen, my family, except for one person, says they're so ugly. What do you guys think? So, drop a 1 in the comments below if you like them and think I should keep them. And drop a 2 if you think I should give them to my enemy for Christmas. Because I'm not sure what to do. Okay, let me know. Let's get to some makeup. Also, if you're gonna watch, if you're watching the replay, which most of you probably are, hashtag in the comments replay so I know when most people are watching, okay? So I've already done my eyebrows because they're so hard for me to do on camera. Or just period, my eyebrows, I always have problems with them. And so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prime our face. It's so important to prime because your primer helps your makeup stay on all day long, and it also fills in your pores and your fine lines. You just need a little bit. See? There's not very much on there. Sometimes if you use too much primer and you're wondering why your makeup is sliding all over the place, that's why. Too much primer. So just rub it in. Get it inside those pores and those fine lines. And then I like to take what's left and just kind of run it through my hair. It's great for to make your hair smoother. Okay, and now we're gonna go in with our BB. We're gonna go with a BB cream and our Liquid Touch foundation. Sometimes the Liquid Touch foundation can stick to your dry spots if you have dry skin, which I do right now. And so I'm going to start it out with a BB cream, which a BB cream is nice because it's basically a tinted moisturizer. So it's going to help moisturize my face. Now this is a little bit too light for me, but that's okay because the foundation that I'm wearing is a little bit too dark. So I'm just going to use my fingers to rub this into my skin. And take it down your neck a little bit. And then the liquid foundation, you want to make sure you shake it up, okay? And squeeze the dropper a little bit so that all of it gets out and it's all shaken up. And I'm just going to take and just kind of spread it all over my face. You don't want to use too much. I find that if I do use too much, it doesn't look as well. It doesn't look as good. And then this brush that I have, I love because it makes it look like it's a flawless airbrushed finish. This is our powder concealer brush right here. And I'm just going to do a mixture between swirling and stippling motions. That's good because the stippling motions are pushing the foundation into your skin, and the swirling motions are going to help make it so that it doesn't show any foundation lines. Again, take it down your neck so you don't have a cutoff. So it's not, your neck doesn't look a different color. Sometimes I use a blending bud for this too. It just, you can use multiple different applications tools to use to do the application. but I've really fallen in love with this brush because it really does look flawless when you're done. Okay, so now that that's done, we've got to set it with powder. And I'm going to set it with our Behold Touch Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm just going to take a setting brush from Real Techniques. And I'm just, there's a little mesh thing in there that you just kind of press to get some of it out. It helps it so you don't get too much. And I am just going to set the powder where I find that my foundation creases. And usually it's just right here, in my T-zone and in my smile lines and my nose. When I wear sunglasses, it always seems to come off right there and right there, so I try to get that really good too. I don't think that I can see any comments. If someone is watching, will you comment down with a 1 or a 2 so I can see if I see comments? And if I can't see your comments and you're asking a question, I'll come back and read the comments afterwards. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting with our our Skin Perfecting Concealer in the color Scarlet. Not Scarlet, or Organza. And I'm going to conceal just right here, where my dark circles are. I actually shouldn't have done that over the powder. I got ahead of myself, but that's okay because I didn't put too much powder right here. You shouldn't do foundation, powder, and then concealer. You should do foundation, concealer, and then powder. And then I'm going to take our, this is called this is our corrective concealer that's a powder. And it's nice because it has a yellow tint to it, and so it's going to help brighten up underneath your eyes and those places that you want to highlight. So I'm going to do underneath my eye in a triangle. I'm going to do just above my nose and forehead. I'm going to take it down my nose and then on my chin. Okay. And that's going to help make you look more awake. Now I'm going to take our Sculpting Trio, and it has all 3 products to highlight and contour. So you've got dark for contour, you've got a matte highlight to highlight, and a shimmer highlight. So I'm going to take my blending bud and I'm just going to press it into the dark, and I'm going to press it right here, right where you would contour. Always start towards the back and work your way up. And don't go too far in with your contour, otherwise it looks muddy and really fake. You want to start from your very, very back to your ear, and maybe don't go further than like right here, the line with your eyes. And so we're going to leave that like that, and then blend it a little bit with our bronzer in a minute. And also I'm going to blend that out a little bit with the brush that we used. On our powder. So it's not such a harsh line. Okay. And then I'm going to take the same thing, I'm going to dab it in here, and I'm going to contour my nose. And so I'm just going to darken it right there and on this side. And that's just going to make your nose look thinner. Okay, and I like to take just a little bit right there and there too. I have a bump on my nose right there, and so we'll take the shimmer highlight in this palette right here, and I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm going to take it up my nose, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip my bump. There's the bump right there, you can see it's a little darker, and I'm going to skip it and go over. That helps, so that bump makes that bump look smaller. Okay, and let's get the blush real quick out of the way. And I'm going to use our mineral blush, pressed blush in the color Seductive, and it's a really pretty mauvey rose. I'm just going to take my blusher brush, and I'm going to start towards the back and work my way forward. So that way, your brush is going to deposit the most color wherever you lay your brush first. And so you don't want to lay it right here first, because that will deposit the most color right there, and you want it to look blended. Okay, and let's do a little bit of bronzing. This is our Beachfront bronzer in the color Sunset, and it's really pretty. It doesn't have too much of a shimmer. You know how sometimes you don't want too much of a shimmer on your face. It makes it look, I don't know, just too much of a shimmer on your face isn't cute. This has a little bit of a shimmer, but just enough where it's not too much. Okay, and you want to bronze wherever the sun is going to hit you. So on your forehead, on the sides of your forehead, and down here. Also, don't forget your neck. Sorry, you guys, the lighting is kind of bad. If I sit back, it's really dark. Okay, and before we do our highlight, I'm going to prime my eyelids and let that sit for a few minutes. This eyelid primer is going to help your eyes, your eye mascara, is going to help your eyeshadow stay on all day long without creasing. But it is a little tacky, and so it's good to let it dry for a second. Sometimes I like to even set it with a powder so that it's not quite so tacky. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to set that with this powder real quick. Just a little bit. Okay, and now highlight. We're going to highlight with two different highlights first. We're going to highlight with a cream to powder in the color Benevolent, but this is a little bit too dark for me. I guess you could say too goldy for my skin complexion. And so, but I like to do a cream highlight first because it's going to help your highlight stay all day long. It's going to help it stay better. Okay, and then I'm gonna finish that off with a powder highlighter in Iridescent. It looks white, but it's really a pretty, like, I guess you could say unicorny color. Iridescent, exactly what it's called. Okay, and I'm going to take it just a little bit down my nose. Okay, so now let's do some lipstick. I'm going to do my favorite color that Younique has, and it's been out of stock forever, and it just came back in stock. I'm going to outline my lips first with their lip liner color Plush. Hang on, let me sharpen this real quick. Okay. I already exfoliated my lips before. And then this is the Splash liquid lipstick in Stellar, and it's amazing. It really does stay on your lips all day long. It does transfer. It's not transfer proof, but even though it transfers, it doesn't come off your lips. It still stays there. The one trick with this is to make sure that you're getting off all of the excess. And this was, I think it was the day 2 bundle, and it came with this, the lipstick, and it also came with the a peppermint exfoliator. And it's really cool because it's got, you just rub it along your lips and then go like this, and it's got sugar granules that will help exfoliate your lips. And it's also obviously a lip balm. So these two came in day 2 Black Friday's bundle, and I think I have 2 left. And they're sold out within the company otherwise. Everything looks so dark on me. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer, just a teeny bit, and I'm going to plop that right in the middle of my lips to kind of make it look a little bit more pouty. And it will also help lighten it up a tad. See how pretty that is? I'm in love with it. Okay, so now to the fun part, which is the eyeshadow. You guys should see the mess that's in front of me. Let's get everything out of the way. The other thing that I like to do after I do my bronzer is take my foundation brush again and kind of go right there, so it makes sure there's no darkness that comes down too low. Okay, so we're going to start out with the color Gingerly as our transition color, and it's this one right here. And we're just going to swirl our brush in it and then tap off the excess, and a combination of swirling motions and wipe wiper motions to disperse that color all throughout our lid and in our crease. See how pretty that color is already? And how it was just one tap of the brush. Okay, same thing. And this is out of our eyeshadow quads. And these are cool because you can make your own eyeshadow quad. You can pick any 4 colors that we have to go inside. And they're really nice for traveling and just to have the color already, your color's already picked out for you right there. Okay. And now I'm going to take, let's see, what color? I'm going to take Agile, which is this really pretty purple color. It's a matte purple color. And I'm going to take it on it's a blending brush, but it's also a little bit denser. And I'm going to just take it to my outer V. See how pretty that is? You want to keep the darker colors on the outside for the most part because it's what will make your eyes look biggest. And I have hooded eyes, and a couple of tricks for hooded eyes. First of all, you just need to play around with it because everybody's shape is different. But what I have found for mine is if I take my eyes, my eyeshadow up higher, much higher than you would think, it helps. Because if I look straight on and I hadn't taken this up higher, you wouldn't be able to see that I even had eyeshadow on unless I closed my eyes. And so you want to almost create the illusion of a crease that's higher than your normal crease. So I was just going to keep this on the outside, but actually I'll bring it all the way in to show you what I mean about creating the illusion. So my crease isn't this high. My crease is actually down a little bit lower, but that creates the illusion. And now it looks like you can actually see my lid, when really you can't. It's not my lid. I've just taken, I've just taken the eyeshadow up higher. Okay. So let's go with the other side. And we'll do the same thing. Blending is what takes the longest with this, because you want it all to be blended and to have no harsh lines. Okay, again, I'm going to create the illusion of a crease by bringing up my eyeshadow higher than my actual crease. Please share. If you guys share my videos, it really does help my business. A ton, you have no idea. That's my husband, by the way. Okay, see how pretty that is? And you just want to make sure that it's all blended. Okay, and another trick is to take, you don't want to go too far down with your eyeshadow, otherwise it brings your eyes down and makes them look droopy. So a trick is to either take a little bit of concealer or foundation on a tool, whether it be a blending blush or a eyeshadow brush, and just kind of dab it. And it gives you an instant eye lift. See how pretty that is? Okay, and I need to do a little bit more blending. I'm going to take the first brush that we used because this brush is so amazing for just blending. I'm going to actually take a little bit more of this Agile on this brush and just bring it through. And we'll take a shimmer shade and plop it right in the middle of our eyes to make it look, to make them look bigger. And I've never used this color before, and I wonder if I should. I don't know. What if I hate it? I actually haven't ever used Agile before this one, and I love it. Rick, did you see that I was trying to take care of figuring out sling for you guys? Okay, so I'm going to take Optimistic, and it's a shimmery, like champagne color. I'm just going to use my finger because I find that's the best if you just want to plop it in the middle, and it's going to give it the brightest effect. And then we'll blend that out in just a second. See how pretty that is? Okay, let's blend it out. Everybody that's watching now, go back and watch in the beginning after we're done because I need your opinion on something. Okay, see how pretty that is? Oh, I'm in love. Okay, so now let's do our mascara. And hang on, I gotta grab it over here. Brand new mascara. That's the best, isn't it? To use a brand new mascara that's just barely opened. This is our Epic Mascara, One Step Mascara. The best mascara I've ever used before. I already curled my eyelashes before I got on, and I just took a blow dryer to it real quick, and that always helps it to stay longer and to curl better. But also this mascara is curling as well. It's curling, voluming, and lengthening, so it's awesome. This also was in our very first Black Friday bundle, along with a purple dip and draw eyeliner and a liquid eyeliner. And I believe I have 2 of those left. They're sold out within the company, but I have 2 of those left. Before I used to be into makeup, I only would wear mascara and a little bit of powder on my face. And I used to get mascara all over my eyelid. And now that I've been using eyeshadow for the last couple of years, it's been so hard not to get mascara all along my eyelid. And I learned a trick to let it dry first and then take it off with a little spoolie so you're not ruining your eyeshadow. Okay, that's just one coat. Let me do just one more quick. And I just got my extensions, my eyelash extensions, taken off a couple of months ago, and they were absolutely like just teeny. And I've been using an Eyelash Girl serum that has worked so well. See that? I really should just do my eyeshadow last, but that's so hard. Okay. That's one coat. Do you guys ever have one eye that just works out so well and the other eye that never, ever, ever cooperates? That's this one for me. This eye, eyelashes, they never cooperate. Okay, let's just do one more quick coat. And we're gonna have to try to figure out how to fix all that mascara now that's up there. You're gonna get me in trouble, Brian. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. So, I think we've done everything. The one thing that I forgot to do was to just put a little bit of highlighter right here. And then once that dries, let's see if this part has dried real quick. This is totally gonna ruin my eyes. If you girls have any recommendations on how to make sure that I don't get mascara up on my eyelids, I am so open to them. So open. Oh man. See how that does work? It does get it off, but I got so much on right here. Okay, that'll have to do for now because I don't want you guys to have to sit here watching me do that. The last step that's probably the most important. Oh wait, we gotta highlight up above. That's very important as well. Highlight our eyes. I am gonna take, let's see what brush. I'm gonna take this brush right here and just do a little bit of shimmer highlight right there. A little bit right there. And then the corner of my eye. Okay, and then the most important step is to set it with setting powder because you don't want to do all this makeup or all this work and then have it come off at the end of the day, before the end of the day. Okay, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to put a shop link down in the comments if you guys want to shop. Let me know. Okay,